Hey guys, welcome back to LOI Fan TV, and we are back to discuss something that I never thought we'd be discussing. If we had this conversation a week ago and you told me what was going to happen, I'd be like, nah, surely not. But it's happened. We have gotten 6 points from six. Yes, we beat Portugal 2-0 at home, and we came back at the death to beat Hungary 3-2. And who did it? Saint Troy Parrott. They've named the airport after him, the Late Late Troy Show. They're naming everything after him, and to be honest, I might even change my name to Troy.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Ross, how are you keeping?
LOI Troy TV.
LOA Troy TV, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Luke, listen, like last week before we kind of did a preview for the Portugal game or whatever, and I was kind of talking like we kind of nearly had to like really drag ourselves to do that video. Do you know, like we thought
Yeah.
campaign's dead and buried. Like the last game, obviously, I think it was Armenia, where we kind of just about beat them 1-0 at home to keep ourselves in it. And they had the better pass stats, more possession. And it was like, what are Portugal going to do to us here? We've already lost Armenia in this campaign. And obviously, we are probably the best performance of the campaign to date at that stage was the away game in Portugal, probably, where we put in a decent shift. But I really just didn't see it. I think like anyone who says they saw that coming is a liar. Like nobody saw 6 points from six coming from that. Like
Even we beat Portugal. Now let's go back to the start. Let's take this from the top. Let's take this from the top, right? So, right, we're playing Portugal. Lovely corner routine, straight off the training ground. Troy Part 1-0. You're like, right, stay calm. It's only 1-0. We've seen this before.
yeah,
Then it goes 2-0. Here, happy days. But then when Cristiano Ronaldo saw red, oh, box office, I was like, I started to believe.
yeah, that was incredible.
How was your perception of it? Were you there, Russ?
This is what happened to me, right? Day before, because this is the first year I didn't get a season ticket now for Ireland. I had one for previous years building up to this, but obviously I was kind of traveling for 6 months this year and bits and pieces. So just kind of, and Ireland wasn't the
Mm.
most inspiring kind of project in the world. So I just said I'll leave it this year. I'm not really bothered, right? But I got offered. My uncle actually offered me two, or put it into our kind of family group chat, offering two free tickets to the game, and there was no takers on it. And I was looking at it, I was like, will I go? And I was like, you know what? We having a hope here. Like, I'll just go to football training, right? Right up to footy training. And one of the lads goes, Ireland are winning 1-0. And I was like, you must be joking. You must be joking. So with the phone on in the bag, in my football bag, running over every 5 minutes to like check the score. RT player just playing on my phone on my bag. 2-0 up then. And it's just like, what am I doing here? So jumped in the car, got home for the last like half an hour of that one, I think and 20 minutes maybe. And yeah, it's just something else. Like, well, I really didn't see it coming. Like, but I could have been there and I wasn't.
Yeah, no, it was unbelievable. Like what he even put on it. Then Ronaldo getting set. I think for me, that was probably, what I missed the most of that whole game. Obviously, when Gracie and Aaron scored the two goals, but
Yeah,
like just seeing him, like what he elbow Darrow O'Shea, whatever he did, to push him, elbowed him, whichever, assaulted him. Bottom line, uh, and
yeah,
him doing the crybaby
yeah,
to the crowd, and then him getting sent off and clapping the crowd, and them doing the crybaby to him, and then Heimer having a pop. It was
yeah.
just box office, wasn't it?
Unbelievable,
Like,
isn't it? It's unbelievable. I might be,
absolutely.
I might be out my own here now that the dust is settled and it's fine now. I actually thought it was a little bit of a harsh red card, to be honest.
Ah, shit, that's a terrible thing to say. Don't agree with that at all now.
Now that the dust,
Scumbag.
actually thought. Do you remember he like slapped Darrow O'Shea in the face like 2 years ago?
Yeah,
I thought
yeah,
that was more of a red card than what he did this time.
yeah. See, it's one of these things 10 years ago wouldn't have been a red, but it's just the
It
fact
was
that,
the
yeah.
torso. Like I always think the face is like an instant red card, but like the torso is just like a bit of swinging and pulling or whatever. Like it's a yellow or something, do you know?
It's stupid nonetheless, though.
It
Like,
is
he's
stupid.
40 years of age, like, carrying on like that. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm sure they went on and won 9-1 then the next game without him. Like
yeah. Well, we knew that. But look, yeah, I saw a quote from him saying he's like, "This will be my last World Cup," and everyone's like, "Yeah," and he's like, "But it ain't my last Euros," and everyone's
oh
like, "Oh, jeepers, he's gonna be 43 at the next Euros.
yeah,
He
it's
might
like
be back in the Aviva again. You never know. Never
he
know."
has to, as probably the first 45-year-old striker to ever have to rule himself out of a World Cup. Like he'll be 45, 46 for that World Cup. Like
What's this fella in the Indian League? Remember him? He was like 52 or something.
yeah.
It's gonna be Ronaldo.
Yeah, but fair enough, maybe if you're playing for like a really small, bad nation and you're like the only good player, play till like 45. But like, it's not like Portugal that have like strikers coming through the ranks. Like,
Here's a question for you. Up until what age do you think Ronaldo could do a job for Shells?
Shells, because he keeps himself in good nick, doesn't he? Like, what is he now?
Yeah,
40?
he would be hanging out with Paddy Barrett anyways, so we know
No,
that.
no, no, no. I reckon like 40, 45 maybe.
Yeah, good 4 years on 4 year deal of Shells, you know.
I'd take him at 40, up to 45, like, you know. What do you think? League of Ireland, like,
Well, he probably has a better injury record than Sean Boyd even at 45.
like, like, what's an acceptable rate? Like, you could probably play at 50 and get like five, six, 7 goals or something, you know, that kind of way.
I think if you so I think after 45 you just wouldn't be able to start games anymore at any level.
Yeah, yeah.
I think his body will start gradually breaking down. But yeah, look, that was unbelievable, and it was funny because after that Portugal game, like obviously fantastic. We have a chance. Everyone's saying you would have taken out the start of the campaign going to Budapest with the chance if you win the game, you have it. And I was going around people like, do you think? Do you think? And I was like, nah, lightning doesn't strike twice. Literally, I was saying not once I said I think we're going to win this game. I was like, at best, I think we'll draw. I'm right. I think I said 2-2. I think that was my guess. And I was like, nah. I was like, we're not going. Lightning doesn't strike twice. This team's too inconsistent. And yeah, then Sunday happens.
Is this one of those that, like, obviously 1-0 down? I was thinking, oh, Jesus, like, you know, we're gonna
Mm.
slump to this one, like, or whatever. Get one back. Benny does really well to win the penalty. Parrott slots it away. Then 2-1 down. Really poor defender for that, their second goal, I thought. Great finish by your man, I think it was Varga or whatever, scored the second goal. Buried it.
Yeah, well, he should have been close. Like he should, like literally, like if anyone would have ran at him, he wouldn't have had that goal. He would have shanked it, like you know.
You do need to like kind of get out to him to put him off, even if you're not like
Yeah,
threatening him. You have to like make it difficult. But it was a great strike, but you have to like make him feel uncomfortable there.
yeah.
Right in the edge of the box. But second half, then Finn Azaz just decides to turn into Kevin De Bruyne for a while, and picked out Troy Parrott. Beautiful passing behind, and he's a funny one because you see moments like that where you're like, okay, that's why he's worth 12 million quid. But then other times you're like, this fella's useless. But then he showed it a bit more. I think he got moved into the middle of the park second
Mm.
half, and he looked a different player. Like, he looked really, really good. And that little chip over the top for Parrott's second goal, great finish as well for Troy Parrott. And yeah, that was unbelievable. Gave us hope. That was like 10 minutes to go, I think. And then, like, I think Johnny Kenny actually had a great chance near enough to the 90th
It
minute.
was it was a great save to be fair,
No,
and it
Johnny
was
Kenny
very unlucky.
did everything right. Like, I don't
Yeah,
think he could have done
yeah,
anything else. Like, it was a good effort.
yeah.
Like, it was a tight angle,
Um,
height on it, good pace on it. It's kind of those lucky saves as well. You know, you kind of stick everything out and hope for the best. Like,
Yeah, yeah. No, because that happened. I was like, I was saying before that when I went to, I was like, we'll have one chance here. We'll have one chance. Now we're going to take it. And then when that didn't go in, I kept on saying afterwards for the next 5 minutes, like, we missed it. That was a chance.
yeah,
I'm watching Festi and his long throws hitting the first man every time, like what you're trying to draw blood from a stone, like. And
painful.
then what there was just an like remember Jack Taylor got the ball at the halfway line and he started trying to skin the whole team.
Yeah,
I was he's screaming at the TV. I was like, pass. I was like, oh my god, he skinned two players. Pass. He skinned
yeah,
three
yeah,
players. And then what a donkey, like.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
just a donkey. I don't care. I don't care if I win the World Cup and still calling him a donkey. Like he's just a donkey. Like there's no two ways about it. Like
Don't rate him too highly, to be honest. Yeah,
no.
our midfield's definitely a problem area for us generally, but I think top Cullen did well over the two games, to be fair. But yeah, obviously that kind of time's ticking down. We roll into the 95th minute, and I think Darrell O'Shea had a chance, kind of flashed across the box in bits and pieces. And I just thought
Mm.
it's not falling for us here. It's not falling for us, and ball's cleared to Kelleher. One last roll of the dice, launches it in, and massive credit to Liam Scales, who wins a fantastic header, gets up early, and he actually got the assist for that first goal against Portugal as well. So yeah, like, kind of an underrated, unsung hero for Liam
Mm.
Scales, was excellent at left wing back both games, and he gets up really well to knock down the header into a great position. And who else is there but that boy Troy to tap it in for 3-2 and to send us into the playoffs.
It's all you know. It's one of these things. Like if it happened on like one of the lads said this, you know, so true. If this happened on Football Manager, you go. That would never happen in real life, you know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. But no, it was like a fairy tale. Like I couldn't believe. I think the whole country was up in arms, like just absolute carnage.
Yeah,
Couldn't believe what I was watching. Absolute craziness. But have to give credit where credit's due. If I know Troy Parrott got the hat trick, but honestly, I think a close man to match to him was Queevy and Kelleher. Like I on like at 2-1, even at 2-all, he's making these saves. I remember there was one save he like it was flashed across the face. He got something on it, sent it out for a corner,
that was
and even
nice.
like the delivery for the winner. Like he's just, I think he's our best player personally. He's just because I think it's because he's a bit unorthodox as well as a goalie. He doesn't get that credit that necessarily he deserves. But if you take that out of it and you actually look at how consistent he is, like there's no reason why he can't get a move to a huge club next summer, you know?
Yeah, and I think it's really beneficial for him that he's playing week in, week out. You can kind of
Yeah,
tell he's gone up another level, up another
yeah,
notch, and he's getting great experience at Brentford. And they could double or triple their money on him now. He's still kind of young enough, isn't he?
yeah.
They could make big money on him again to go because you look around the goalkeepers in the Prem and like it's not like I think Chelsea could do it one United's is still maybe 50-50 for them and he looks all right but like they were
Yeah,
for a while like you look around and like Spurs is hit and miss like there's a lot of big teams in the Prem. He's
yeah.
not the best goalkeepers in the world like he's probably up there in the Premier League top probably like top eight goalkeepers in the Prem or something.
For the last three penalties you saved, Bruno Fernandes, Ronaldo, and Mbappe.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
not
Like,
bad,
come
not a
on,
bad
not
collection.
too shabby. Like, not too
Yeah,
shabby.
he's real calm, isn't he? Like he just never seems overly phased by anything. Like
Even that ball, the Salazar dinked in after they got like on it. That was, I was thinking, I was like, we're going to concede here.
I thought he
Like,
was going to
just
shoot.
had that. But
I thought he was going to shoot.
oh,
I
but
don't
the
know.
initial shot, did you see when three lads ran out and blocked it, and
Yeah,
Jack Taylor has his arm in the air? I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, he's just a donkey. I'm just like, oh, imagine that hit his arm. How sick the whole country would have been.
apparently Scales was the one who got the block in for that. Apparently,
Oh, he's unbelievable. I honestly think he has left wing back down on lock now because what he gives us going forward, he obviously played there with Rovers, like we know that. But I don't necessarily think Ireland fans know that. But he has that. When the ball is going on Seamus Coleman, so he can tuck in as that extra defensive presence. I just think now for both of the goals we can see it in Hungary, the issue is being awake in those moments where a short corner happens or when a ball breaks in the edge of the box. We're just that second too slow. Like I think we can deal with wide balls coming in. There's no hassle at all.
yeah,
But I just think those like split second decisions that the better players are better at it than we are. And they catch us asleep in those moments. But I think there's something definitely to build on.
100%, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just an unbelievable occasion, and what better way what better place to celebrate than in Gibney's Malahide? Did you see that stuff?
Oh yeah, yeah. Sure, all the players went back there, and then obviously Robbie Keane's on the mic, and I don't think all the squad went back to. I think the other half of the squad ended up in Copperface Jacks.
Yeah, you heard that as well.
So I think they split up into two. But yeah, no, listen, well deserved. Yeah, and look, obviously we'll get into today's draw now, and the permutations of that. But yeah, no, it's three wins on the bounce. We certainly have momentum on our side, and I'm feeling more confident.
Yeah, need 5 wins as well. But last thing on the Hungary one, it was funny that the the manager of the Hungarian champions went to Gibney's Malahide to personally congratulate the Ireland team. It's quite funny, isn't
Hypocrisy.
it? But Robbie, let's say
That's it. That's it. No, I
manager of the
guess.
Hungarian champions is gas, isn't it? And he's out.
Yeah, so random, like so absolutely. And what's he give? He's like, you're supposed to be in Hungary. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, Jeebus is
I
gas,
think a lot
but
of his
yeah, no.
players play for them as well, don't they? I think there's a good few of them.
The which?
A good few of his players play for them actually, I think as well. Play for the national team. Like
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, yeah. I saw like one or two lads pop up for Fair enough. Actually, one of the centre halves I think was Fair enough Irish, and then yeah, obviously they're the biggest team out there, so it makes sense. But so I was getting on to the next part. Today's draw. We drew the Czech Republic away in Prague in the semi-final, and then we play the winners of Denmark versus North Macedonia. But if we lose the Czech Republic, we also play the losers of it in a third place tie, which has the potential to be one of the worst events in Irish football history. Imagine going to the Aviva to watch that. North Macedonia versus Ireland.
and you just know that
Jesus.
they're gonna sell the tickets in advance, like like
Yeah.
so you have
Oh, that's so funny.
it'd be sold out well in advance, but they won't be half full if it's a third place playoff. Like
80, you'd be paying 80 quid and be like, get your Denmark slash North Macedonia tickets, 80 quid. And then if we lose, you've just paid 80 quid to watch North Macedonia.
It's worth the risk. It's worth the risk. Roll
It
the
is.
dice.
It is. Let's roll it. Let's now listen. I kind of had an in-depth look, more so at the Czech Republic rather than I had a look at Denmark as well because obviously I was thinking Jesus Denmark PTSD from 2018. Obviously the five was a 5-1 in Geneva.
Yeah, yeah,
Ericsson hat trick.
yeah.
But you think to that team, and you're like Kajar, not the same centre half. Like he's like his late 30s now. Schmeichel nearly 40. Ericsson, he's near retirement as well. Your man Brantwaite, who's at Barcelona a few years back, he's way near retirement now, and you're like, they're at the end of their cycle. But then you look at them, and they've Highlands, Damsgaard, Norgard, Dorgu off Man United. Um, yeah, they have lots of options. Jurgensen off Chelsea, Hermansen off West
That's probably
Ham.
keeping, isn't he?
Who?
Christensen, Barca, is he? He's probably still going, is he? Andreas Christensen.
Andreas Christian. Yeah, yeah, he's probably still. I don't know if is he still at Barca. I couldn't. Did he
Maybe,
not get him? I'm not sure if he got moving to somewhere or not.
maybe, yeah, yeah,
But they've a few good players, so I think that'll be a tough game. But look, home advantage if we even manage to get to the final, I think will be huge.
yeah.
I think the Viva will be absolutely rocking.
Oh, yeah.
Um, but more immediately, the Czech Republic. When that draw happened, I was like, ooh, because traditionally, Czech Republic have a good players. But you actually look at their team, and outside your man Pavel Schick, he'd probably be their only real, player in their prime at the top of their game. You look at the rest of the squad, and it's Sushek on the downward spiral, Kufal playing his football in Germany now, and then it's a mix of Dutch players and players playing the Czech league.
Yeah.
So, we've half a chance.
Probably a few lads that played against Shamrock Rovers and that
Yeah, there's a few
qualifier
Sparta Prague players there, yeah,
hopefully
100%.
knocking around. But another fella that's called Karabek, I think he plays for Leon. Adam Karabek.
Mm,
Actually signed on a football manager there last year, I think, and he was a good little number 10. So
yeah.
he's a good player, nice little left footing them in football manager anyway. So I'd imagine he's a good player too. But it's gonna be a tough game away, and it's a nightmare that the allocation. Their biggest stadium in Czech Republic is only 18,000, which is a bit surprising, I thought. Um, so it's only gonna be like a 900 ticket allocation for the Irish fans. So there'll be probably thousands upon thousands going over, but only 900 lucky people getting to be in attendance. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame from that point of view. But I think in terms of the four sides, I think Wales are better than Czech Republic. I think who was the other team we could have got? Slovakia are probably similar,
Oh,
actually.
Wales, Poland, Slovakia, Czech
Yeah,
Republic.
Poland and Wales were the worst two, definitely. And the other two is probably take your pick.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
Probably Slovakia was the easiest draw, but then again, they bet us in 2020 to get to the Euros. But yeah, no, look, I actually kind of fancy us there. Like I was looking at some of the results. San Marino beat them 2-1.
it was not Faroe Islands.
That's who it is. Sorry,
San
potato,
Marino,
potato.
crazy. Yeah.
Potato, potato. You know what I
I think San Marino, definitely that's the most famous result in their history. They haven't won a game in like 30 years or something.
mean? Faroe Islands, yeah. Whatever. The same point applies. They're probably
Yeah,
saying the same about us in Luxembourg. But
yeah,
sure, look, what can you do?
yeah.
But yeah, like they're hit and miss.
Yeah, I agree. I think it'd be a tough game. Like, away from home, it's never going to be easy. But I
No,
do genuinely think we've a better squad than them, and we should definitely fancy our chances. But it's just kind of typical Ireland, like to get yourself in this position and just find a way to throw it away or something, just do something stupid. But I'm hoping now that maybe with the Colemans in there and with a bit of a base now to build from, a bit more confidence maybe, and if Parrott keeps up his form, keeping him fit is crucial. Because it's like we used to have the debates about Ida, Ferguson, Parrott. And Parrott was always one that I was like, "Ah, he's behind Fergie in the pecking order now." It's not even a conversation anymore, really, isn't it? Not like,
not even a conversation. Like we knew he could find the goal at AZ. He scores goals, whatever. He has his injury problems, whatever. But it was just you could never see him leading the line for Ireland. He was always kind of like, yeah, you put him up there with someone, or you play him in the 10. But like
yeah.
he seemed to really matured in his game, so it's fantastic to see.
Do you think he goes in January or waits till the end of the season?
Personally, I would want him to wait until the end of the season because I'd hate for him to go. First of all, I don't want him to go to a relegation prem team. Like I'd hate to see him go to like Wolves or Leeds or something and just go into a scrappy relegation battle and a manager doesn't fancy him and then I'd rather just stay at AZ. He's nothing to lose. He's
No.
absolutely nothing to lose by staying for 6 months. What do you think he should do?
The only thing, like, yeah, you like if he goes to the Prem and then like it struggles a bit initially or something, and then he's like not firing on all cylinders and lacking a bit of confidence coming into the playoffs in March then or whatever, like maybe it's just better off waiting until the World Cup. And you might think like if I can get to the World Cup and have a good tournament, who knows who's in for me? Like, like it could be anyone. Like, so,
Yeah,
but then you might look at there's talk of Everton going in for 30 million, which wouldn't be the worst move in the world. Like, if you're playing with Grealish and Element and Dye and a few of them, they're kind of more mid-table than relegation threatened as well. And Dewsbury Hall and those boys, like, I feel like that could be a better move maybe for him.
yeah.
Something like that. But I think maybe stick around to the end of the season wouldn't be the worst decision.
No, it's probably the safe option. And they could probably get an even better move again. Like we see the World Cup, I would always these players play well the World Cup and they get huge moves. Like so, I think maybe sit for six. But yeah, no, yeah, this is I can't believe we're having this. Every like I'm listening to you talk here, and I'm like, yeah, 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 yeah. And I'm like, wait, we're in the playoff of the World Cup.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Like, what has just happened? Like this is crazy.
Unbelievable. It'd be great if Ferguson can get a move in January and maybe hit a bit of form, like a new loan and does a little bit better coming into the playoffs as well. Like it'd be great. But
I don't think he's going to start for us in the playoffs.
no, I don't think so either. But even off
Yeah.
the bench, you think he is a good option. Like
Yeah, 100. No, he is. He's definitely a better option than either. Like,
yeah, he is
um,
over there the other night now. His feet balls bouncing off and stuff.
the one for the corner, like he could have headed it anywhere, and he headers it behind him. It's like, do you not like? Is this not what you do? Header the ball. I thought this is like what makes him a professional footballer, Adam Hyde and header. Then I saw him do that in the 92nd, and I was like, seen enough. Turn off the telly.
Yeah, yeah, big time. What I would say about Fergie at 21 is that like look at Parrott's journey and like it hasn't been plain sailing and it hasn't been clean and smooth. Like he is still so young and Parrott's only 23 now and finally found his feet a bit. Like Fergie needs to stay patient and like his time will come. He has the ability, like he will get there. So just like
Competitive. It's competitive up top for Ireland. Like obviously you've Johnny Kenny that came on and did well.
yeah,
He's obviously on fire at Celtic. You have you've young Michael Noon the way to 170 World Cup. He scored a few goals, and then you've Mason Mealy moving to Spurs in January. So like yeah, we're embarrassed with the riches potentially in a year or two's time.
yeah.
So if you are an Adelaide, you'd want to up your game a little bit because Ferguson's only going to get better in my opinion, and Parrott's starting to find proper form now.
Probably nobody in the other 21s right now you're looking at though after that defeat to Andorra, but we less said on that the better. The 4-0 hammering by Andorra. Jesus Christ.
Oh, I don't even know. Yeah, it's a hard one to gauge. There's so much going on right now. Like, obviously the 17s just got the last 16 in the World Cup. You've the national team stuff. That just kind of, if there was a result like that to happen, you'd want it to happen in a week like this week, so nobody knows, is it?
Nobody cares. Yeah, yeah, it's
Yes.
bigger things in the world. Like, um,
Yeah.
Luke, try and take your bias aside here, and try and remove all kind of loyalty, and just try and look at this completely neutral point of view. Do Ireland make it to the World Cup? Do they beat Czech Republic and do they beat Denmark, which would be I think 5 wins in a row between Armenia, Portugal, Hungary, Czech Republic, and Denmark? Can Ireland put that run together, get it over the line? And I was hard to call now. We'll be doing our videos probably leading into it at the time, but making a judgment call now, yes or no. Do Ireland make it to the World Cup next summer?
Yeah, I think we'll beat the Czech Republic. I genuinely do. Like, I look at them, and I'm not stereotyping them here because they're all big lads, but they just seem like big brutes of fellas, and get the ball out wide, lump it in the box, and I think that suits us. You know what I mean? I think we can deal with that. And going the other way, we probably better strikers than they do. So if it comes down to a box v box battle, I think we'll win it, and I think we'll be more assured. So think we'll beat Czech Republic. As far as Denmark goes. They're
Tough.
still a very good team. They're still I know it'll be in the Aviva and we'll have 12 men. All right, I'm gonna make a call. I think we'll beat Czech Republic away, and then I think it'll go to penalties
I
against
was about to
Denmark.
say, I could see something, I could see it being
Yeah,
really tight and going extra time at least.
yeah, it'll be Schmeichel v Kelleher, and whoever's the better goalkeeper will go to the World Cup. Is my guess.
I fancy Kelleher at pens, to be fair. You'd fancy him.
You would. I take if
What's
you
this?
offer me that if you offer me that right now, bite the hand off.
Yeah, you
You
would.
know.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah.
Take your pen.
What's your outcome?
I'd love for us to make it. I just don't know if we can put it together. That it's really hard to call now, especially now heading into next year. Like like all of our issues haven't just like become invisible. Like we're still fuck it. We're making it to the World Cup. I'm gonna say it. What am I even on about? Like I'm just I think I'll probably like if I had to put my house on it and like all my money on it, I'd probably lean towards we don't make it. But I'm just believing. I'm just backing it. I'm just backing it. Like
So, how do you think what hurdle do we fall at if you're saying you feel like we won't make it? Like, which part of it do you not believe?
I think both games will be very tight. Like they're both kind of they could both be like very they're both gonna be very difficult games, of course.
Yeah.
Um, I think we probably do beat Czech Republic. I think we're a better team than Czech Republic, but I could just see them like causing us some issues for some reason. I could see your man Schick causing us some problems. And like they just probably, as you say, like they do have Suchek who'll be who'll be trouble as well, like in bits and pieces. But I think we might nick past them potentially. We might nick past them because I think we have a better team than them. It's just Denmark then. Like I feel like their team might be a little bit more rounded and slightly more technical. Like obviously the home advantage will be huge. So maybe we have that that'll give us an edge. But I just think they're both kind of 50-50 games. Like statistically, I just feel like we might just fall somewhere along the line. Like we've
Hmm.
had a lot of luck on the on route so far.
We have. Did I don't know if this stat's 100% correct now, but there's a stat out there somewhere saying the Heimer hasn't lost a competitive game at home for Ireland and Iceland.
Wow. Wow. I
Yeah.
think that's right for Ireland anyway. I think that's correct for Ireland.
Yeah. Because he obviously he got to the Euros in the World Cup,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, he
I don't
did.
know what he did with Jamaica in between, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Jamaica one was a bit of a flop now.
But Steve McLaren, if Steve McLaren can't make it out there, who can, you know?
Did
He's got sacked.
he get sacked, did he?
Yeah, he's just been let go, yeah.
That's it. Because they actually have good players. They have a lot of like Premier League players and stuff that have moved over, but
Leon Bailey and stuff like that play
yeah,
out there, yeah, it's
yeah,
mad.
good
Yeah.
old boys. But they obviously didn't make it to the World Cup, so yeah, that he lost his job.
And I've another question for you.
Go on.
You're John Martin. You have a contract in your hands.
Yeah.
Who are you giving it to? Are you giving it to Heimer?
I thought you were saying on Shelbourne's number 9 there for a sec. John Martin lead the line. It's like, Jesus, live me dream. Live me dream. I'm John.
Stars with your eyes.
I'm John Martin, and Heimer gives me a ring. Ida's injured. You're up. You're up.
Oh, brilliant.
Sorry, what was it? I have a contract to dish out at what point?
I was like, the contract, who are you giving it to? Are you giving it to Heimer?
When is the contract up? End of the calendar year of this year.
No, no, no. It's to June next year.
So does that encompass the World Cup then?
I,
Yeah.
I I don't know the technicalities of it. It covers the playoffs anyways, but if you were to make a decision on it between now and the playoffs, are you giving him a new contract? Are you not?
Oh no, no,
No, no.
give him one before the playoffs.
And
No,
then do you think if he loses to the Czech Republic that he hasn't warranted a new contract?
I'd be spending this time now seeing who's around and who fancies it. And if nothing tickles the fancy, I'd give him another year or two contract. But if not, I'd be lining someone up if he fails to make it through the playoffs. Personally.
So Ross McGuire, absolute Del Boy and Rodney going around making phone. Imagine that got out. Ross McGuire is ringing other managers.
Scandal.
Ireland are in the playoff and Ross is on the phone with the Duffer. Damien.
How'd you know who I was going to call? How did you know? How'd you know?
Oh, come on. It's a no-brainer. It's a
No,
no-brainer when you
yeah.
call him.
Even if Heimer got through the playoffs and Duff wanted the job, I'd probably give it to Duff instead of Heimer for the World Cup. That's just, I don't know. Like,
You don't even believe that.
that's a
You
no-brainer.
don't even believe that.
No-brainer for me.
I know it's an no-brainer for you, but like, I, boss.
No, no. If Heimer gets through the playoffs, obviously, yeah, he obviously gets the World Cup. Like it's, but I think if he doesn't get, if he falls, say he falls to the first hurdle against Czech Republic, uh, would you give him a new deal?
Personally, I think you need to take everything into account here. So when he took the job, what did we? We wanted him to get second place. He did that. And if you would have been told that when he was getting unveiled as the manager, would you have had a smile on your face? Probably. So based off what I've seen the last two games, I think it'd be very harsh considering the last 4 or 5 and 6 years we've had for him not to get a new contract. I think we could end up looking very stupid if we let him go, got someone else in. It was Stephen Kenny part two you
Yeah,
know. So I
yeah.
think you need to think of it like that as well. Like I think, the remit was to get second. He got second against, to be fair, we'd no right getting second. Like Hungary or like look at the players they have. We'd no right getting second and we did. I know Yerevan happened against Armenia, but look, he learned from it. We won 3 games on the bounce, and that's all you can ask. And I think he carried himself well as well. Like I know we've had comments with him with Bradley and stuff, and it's the League of Ireland comments, and the way like John O'Shea's probably picking some squads, but he even did the interview after the game in the dressing room. He's talking about like remember who your friends are, and even how calm he is at full time. I just think he's a calming influence, and I think he suits this group of players.
Yeah, no, I actually, yes, definitely has grown on me over the last week. Definitely.
Yeah.
No, all joking aside, he's 100% grown on me a lot, and he is a nice, you can tell he's a nice bloke, and he's a decent kind of pragmatic manager.
Mm.
Probably, especially the last two games, got every ounce out of those players, so he has to be respected for that. Just on your Hungary point, I think we're better than Hungary. Outside of Shabazz, I thought they were terrible. I thought they were.
They were the better team, like they were. They just capitulated. Like we got the equalizer. As I said, they could have easily went 3-1 up. Kelleher made a load of saves. Parrott got the goal,
Like
and
every
then
time they got the ball, they would just pass. Like Shabazz was running the game, like in fairness, and he's by far the
yeah.
best player on the pitch. But outside of him, I thought they were shocking. But he was so good, obviously. Like even
But
Kirk
like,
is rubbish. Kirk has
I don't really. Kirk has been crap this season, even for Liverpool. But like the other player, who's the fellow they got sent off against us in the Aviva, and he was kind of he got. Did he get one of the goals? I don't know. Remember your man with the comb over. I can't remember his name. He was. I don't know. I just think player by player they have a better team than we do. And there was a reason why they were favourites. Look, it was like a cauldron, 67,000 people.
no,
You
absolutely.
look at on paper, they've lots of players in the top five leagues. Like they realistically should have finished ahead of us. Like, I think their manager probably will get sacked off the back of us getting by them. And to be
Yeah.
fair, it's hard to argue that point, but um, yeah, I don't know. With Heimar, like, do I think he'll be the manager in 5 years' time? No, but do I think he should be the man to lead us into Euro 28? Yes, based off that, like he's as we said, none of us like we can see this like clean sheet against Portugal, Kane, but like even the subs to bring on Eden, Kenny, and have three strikers, like showing that bravery. I don't even think Stephen Kenny would have shown that bravery.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, no, he's definitely more suited to the job than Kenny, 100%. Like,
Mm.
absolutely. And probably looking at budgets and who is out there, he probably is the best man for the job. Like,
Yeah,
who would actually take it as well. So, yeah, in Hoyer we trust, and we go again.
go
March,
again.
March, isn't it? March 26th.
March, March 26th, and then the finals on the 31st of March. Yeah,
Yeah, happy days.
huge,
Yeah.
huge.
It doesn't get any bigger. It doesn't get any bigger. We'll have plenty of stuff leading up into that, obviously, but yeah, massive.
You know what we might even do, Ross, for the crack, because we might even get by these playoffs. We might pick a squad that goes on the plane to the
Let's
US.
let's do it.
Yeah.
You'll have to stay tuned
20
and subscribe now, and you have to hit 30 likes for that then.
Yeah, 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 guys. We hit 30 likes this video. We'll create that video for you, the 26-man squad that we'd bring to America if we were Heimar and John O'Shea. So give us a like. Anyways, that's all for today's video, guys. Leave a like, leave a comment, 5 star on Spotify, subscribe if you're on YouTube. Yeah, it'd be much appreciated. Get to 30 likes, and yeah, we're trying to get to 4K before Christmas subscribers. So definitely subscribe if you haven't already. And Ross, pleasure as always.
Nice one, Luke. Come on, you boys in green. Let's go.